So over the past year, I've gotten back into achievement hunting, and I'm aiming to 100% as many games on Steam as possible. I've been going through and cleaning up some of my backlog and nabbing the rest of the achievements for incomplete games. However, there's a bunch of games in my library that I've never even touched, and with the recent Steam summer sale, that list only grows. So I thought, why not bring you guys along for the ride as I toil my life away for these sweet, sweet Steam ribbons, starting with ShotgunCopMan. The game starts 5 years ago at Shotgun Division Boot Camp, and this acts as the tutorial world with 9 training levels to become acquainted with the controls and how the game operates. It's fairly simple, with the game being a side-scroller twin-stick shooter of sorts, left stick controlling the character, right stick used for aiming, left trigger only used for the sawn-off shotgun, and right trigger being used to fire a plethora of weapons found throughout the game. The sawn-off allows you to launch quickly in the opposite direction of where you're aiming, while the other weapons allow you to clear small obstacles and hover in the air until the ammo runs out. With the tutorial finished, the objective of the game is simple. I am ShotgunCopMan and I must go to hell and arrest Satan. We start level 1 and are introduced to Satan himself, and that boy a freak with his mesh top and exposed nipples. Fucking jawline for days though. As I navigate my way through the first level, I have a close call that honestly made me feel like Max Payne and Keanu Reeves had a baby that ended up being that guy from The Shield. But after stumbling my way to the end of the level, I was able to grab my first of 21 achievements, and I got 2 off rip, which was nice. This introduced me to the challenges for this game. There are 3 challenges per level, being kill all enemies, complete the level in a certain amount of time, finish the level without taking damage, and a final challenge for doing all of the above, but we'll come back to those later. I continued making my way through World 1, trying to get a handle on the controls and just enjoying the game while making progress toward being better. Eventually I came to level 1-9 and made it through under the speedrun time, earning me another achievement for completing one of those challenges. Shortly after, I made it to the last level of the world, encountering my first boss battle, and after dying a few times, I earned the achievement for beating World 1. In World 2, there's this level which spawns enemies until you eliminate the total shown in the background of the stage. This level was filled with bouncy platforms, causing me to remain in the air, which is funny because upon beating it, I got the Airborne achievement for spending less than 5 seconds on the ground in a level. I then went on to beating the rest of the levels, unlocking the achievement for beating World 2. It was at this point where I looked at the achievement list and decided to go for a couple I thought I could knock out easily. I went back to the end of World 1 and beat the boss without taking any damage. I genuinely don't know what happened to my footage of this achievement, but I did get the achievement for blowing 100 enemies to pieces with the sawed-off shotgun. I then set myself up to be able to grab and throw one enemy into another to get the "Have You Met My Friend" achievement. After this, I went through and just continued playing the game, completing every world and making it to the end, unlocking every world-specific achievement along the way. So that's it. We beat the game at this point, making it through every world and every level, finally conquering hell and arresting Satan once and for all. With Satan behind bars, we're now on to the cleanup portion of the game, where we go back and grab any miscellaneous achievements that haven't been obtained. During my playthrough, there were only a few levels that I didn't get the Kill All challenge completed on, so I scrolled back through the level select and focused on getting those for now. Upon finishing up the last level with the challenge missing, I got the "Hello? Anybody there?" achievement. There's one achievement in this game that doesn't belong, in my opinion, and that is for checking out the level editor. So we head over there and open it to get the Creator achievement. Before you ask, I didn't create a level, because the achievement already popped and ain't nobody got time for that. Now with those out of the way, there's only 3 achievements left. The last ones remaining are for the final challenges. Not a Scratch for the no damage challenges, Blinks for the speedrun challenges, and Total Champ for completing every single challenge on every single level all in one. This is when I did the math and realized that there's 153 levels in the game, and I was going to be here a while. But I also realized that by making my way through each level one by one and knocking out all the challenges, when I got to the end of the game, I would be able to score all 3 of the remaining achievements at once. So I got to it. Now, most of my grind for all the challenges was done offline without recording every level, otherwise the montage would be insane and we'd be here for an hour. There was a handful of levels that griefed me along the way, but for the most part, I didn't find this to be a terribly difficult or annoying grind. It actually felt good putting all my practice to use and flowing through every level like a 2D Doomslayer audible assassin. This game controls wonderfully, and whenever I fucked up, I felt like it was my fault and not the game's. After spending a few hours grinding away, it was finally time. Every level, every challenge done, aside from the final boss level. Now, I didn't talk about the final boss before, but I will now. The final boss is obviously Satan, but he's operating some sort of skeletal demon mech that quite honestly looks like your mother, but treats me better. He has his own set of attacks in his arsenal, but he also summons little grunt standard enemies with the snap of his fingers. On top of that, he periodically battles bulimia and pukes up additional bosses that we've encountered throughout the game thus far. With every standard boss defeated, Satan's moves become faster, and he adds a new bomb attack that will delete sections of the floor if you're not fast enough. I got hit a lot during my numerous runs facing the boss, and during that, I probably set the world record for fastest time hitting the restart button. But it all came down to this: the final flawless run. I'm just gonna let this one play out for the people in the back. Fuck you, dude! Yes! Yes, dude! Oh, please let that be the time. Yes! And this should be it. This should be it. This should be it. This should be it. And that's all 3. That's all 3 of the last achievements. Holy crap, dude. That took so long. That took so long. I've been at that for like an hour and a half, 2 hours. Oh my god. And there you have it. All 21 achievements for ShotgunCopMan in the bag. Overall, I think this game is really good. I thought it had really good level design with fun sections that were a little puzzle focused at times. Once you get the hang of the controls, traversal of the stages felt so nice and rewarding to zip through, especially going for the speedrun times. The weapon variety that paired with the sawn-off were cool, and some were puzzle specific, which was neat. However, going back to the speedrun challenges, I felt that some of the times for some of the levels was drastically too high. Some levels required you to beat it in under 40 seconds, while others wanted a time of under 2.5 minutes, when my time for those levels was well under half that. But altogether, I would recommend this game and say it's well worth a play. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I have plans to do more of these in the future, with one already in progress. Also, if Twitch is your thing, I stream over there a few times a week. Swing on by. Smooches.